J. Frederick Smith here, Continental Realty of Jacks, and we're looking at 309 Sandra Road. And I thought I would just give you a little view of the neighborhood. Really quiet neighborhood with some nice bigger homes down the street a little ways from where we're at. You are pretty close to a busier part of town right there. This actually next door is to a dental facility. It's a dentist there, so if you know something happens and you have a loose tooth because you fell and hit your face somehow, you can just walk next door and that'd be good. The house itself has a wraparound driveway, so you can pull in and out in one move. The carport was built in as a screen porch, which is nice. There are some trees in the front giving a little shade, but you still have some grass. There's quite a lot of tree debris, because of the time of year, but there is at least some grass here that has been here for a while. I can tell because, if it's been freshly put in, you would see the lines. The driveway coming in is broken up a little bit. Tree roots from these big boys over here, by the look of it. And it's not really something that's easy to fix. Basically, all that has to be chiseled out and new cement poured after maybe the roots from those trees have been cut back. If you don't cut the roots back, it'll just happen again. They put down some of this stained bark dust here, chipped wood, to give it a little bit of a more manicured look, and they put in some shrubs around the edge of this. Whether or not the colored gravel was there before, I wouldn't be able to tell you. They probably put in these little lights, solar lights, but maybe not. Some of these look like they're older. The driveway, it continues as far as the breaking up goes. As you can see, there's a lot of cracks and damage on that. In some places that it's come down quite a lot. I'm not really sure why you've got this settling here, but you do. And you have it on this side as well of the driveway. And it may be that when they poured this, they did not tamp down the gravel underneath very well. Front of the house is T111 wood siding. Looks like that's cement underneath there, maybe cement blocks for the foundation. So we've got a perimeter foundation with a wood floor inside. These are the original windows, single pane glass with a puttied in window. Roof is newer, looks good, maybe even brand new. The little porch, this is on the corner. This house sits on the corner, and so you're going to have the lot size advantage of that. Problem is that this is really your main part of your yard, and the fenced area is just a little tiny piece of it over there. So maybe move your fence out all the way to the street or closer to it, and that would give you a little more room in your yard. So it sits on the corner of Weller and Sandra, if you're wondering. I see something back that way. I can't tell if it is where a wellhead is or what exactly. Kind of looks like that, but it just might be fixtures. Now it looks more and more like a wellhead the closer I get to it. Might still just be fixtures though for some outside plumbing. I tend to doubt it. So you got a little sidewalk that runs along the fence line here. Your chain link fence is hidden by shrubbery, basically buried, but you do have one. And then your wellhead, I think that's probably what that is. And then this goes back into the little cement patio area that's screened basically. So that, not even really a fence, it's just a screen to hide you from the street. And the same with the little evergreen shrubs here, just to hide you from the street. I see the T111 siding goes all the way around the house. Looks like it's in good shape. Usually this kind of siding doesn't do well in a Florida high humidity kind of an environment, but it looks like they've done a good job of keeping it painted and clean, and I'm not seeing a lot of damage, so that makes me happy. Soffits and the roof line all look pretty good. The cement on the patio is cracked up, and you know, just like for any cement, if there's not enough of a gravel bed underneath, it could cause problems. It also has some paint on it that needs to be cleaned off. But you know, the cracking is superficial, and it doesn't really look like it's, you know, it's not falling apart or anything. It's not rising up on one side and falling down the other. The little fireplace is fun, you know, just basically sitting here on some stacked bricks. It looks like maybe they glued them down, but it's cute, right? But you know, the mortar work is handyman quality, or homeowner quality, right? They didn't have somebody actually put this in. They did it themselves. And I appreciate that. You know, although it's a kind of a rusty old chimney, I still like the thought of an outdoor fireplace here. You know, maybe I'd take that out and put in a barbecue or a pizza oven. Now that's just me. Okay, and then we're looking out back out at the front of the house here. So we're going to go around the back, and then up the other side, and then into the front door, and we can see what we've got on the inside of the house. There's your garbage cans. So the back is very closed. You don't have a lot of room, mostly because of branches from the neighbors' privacy trees that they've put in. Needs to be cut way back. Lots of trimming here that could be done. We're still seeing the original windows pretty much throughout. Now, I do see this little bay window add-on for the kitchen, and I see another one up here. But, you know, besides that, all we've got are the original wood frame panel French-style windows that really are, this just, you might as well, I mean, the only thing they do is prevent a breeze. They don't stop any kind of heat transfer whatsoever. There is a little shed that's slightly rusty, but good for your lawnmower and whatnot. Now see here, look at, as you can see, it's not hard to get air into this room, especially. The window probably needs to be replaced. You know, that's really my thought on it. But maybe you could clean it up and get that thing to seal tightly again. It's painted that way, so it's been like this for a long time. Now when I look inside here, I see there's a bicycle and some chairs and paint buckets and all sorts of things. So you get an idea. This is on a cement slab. So the shed, actually, even though it's rusty, is really in a good position to last you a really long time. And we're going to go to the side of the house over here, which has a nice big spacious area to it. Once again, though, we have lots of mature trees. So that means very, very little grass because it doesn't get any shade. I mean, it doesn't get any sun or very little sun, and there's lots of tree debris. And unless you rake that up all the time, it just chokes the grass off and kills it. Screen porch. That looks like a place for a cat to go in or out. And the screen porch screen looks good. It's just a simple steel roof. Nothing fancy about the way they put the roof on this. I think this was just the carport at one point in time, and they raised it up maybe a smidge to put that in here. I don't know what the story is with these tiles. I just knock them out. You know, unless there's something underneath as a cover, maybe it needs that, but I don't think so. In any case, the side yard is quite large. All things considered, the size of the yard is really nice. It's a nice big yard with the house kind of sitting right in the middle of it. I think I'd like more fence, but you know, this neighborhood is seems like it's relatively good, so I don't know that I would worry about it. I'm not really seeing, when I look around, a lot of fencing. In any case, that's the outside of the house, and we're going to go in and have a look to see if the inside compares. 309 Sandra Road.